see 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are my Leviathan. Well, not mine, but high fleets I am painting as part of a commission, but trying to make it as fancy as possible within a reasonable time frame, right? So it's not like display or competition or whatever. But I believe it's very interesting to put in practice what I've learned and focusing on what makes the best effects and the efficiency to have something cool and pretty quick. So on the 4 of them at the moment, you can see this one here. Going to continue the painting very soon. And this guy here, how is called the old one eye, something like this. Yeah, so here I go almost up to white, very light gray, just to draw the attention there. He has Space Marines, I will paint them at the very end. Blood Angels. And you see I bring this green at the back too, and a little bit here, to keep the kind of consistency and interest. I think it's looking fine enough. And then I have the first Killer Screamer Killer, with the plasma kind of glowing in his rib cage. He's about to use it. So he has some cool gradients, cool definition. Yeah, so I'm going to do one thing today, is all these fleshy parts in between. I've prepared my paint already. I will use a mix of contrast paints, or contrast-like if you prefer. Here is the second Screamer Killer Screamer, or whatever he's called. Yeah, and I will start with this. Let's go, let me pick a brush. Like with this brush, I have one for the dry brush here, for the base later, but right now okay. Yep, okay, so we see the color. Here it is. Let's try. Oh, first, let's go a bit less loaded to see if the color is right, but it should be right. So this. A heavy coat, and then I don't touch it, I just let it dry. I think it looks just what I need of fleshy. So that's perfect in the color scheme, but a bit different, so that it shows us a different part. Yeah, in fact, she's pretty neat. So let's do it on all of them. And I have also it's a bigger brush to what I use for the thin details, because if I want a good coverage, uniform, you need a well-loaded brush. And just push the loaded paint where you need it. And also, if you have more paint on the brush and you offload more on the miniature, it dries less quick. Because if you have ever used contrast paints, or Express, this is Express from Vallejo, which is it's kind of the same. They are a bit thinner, which I prefer, because yeah, the whole point is to play with the transparency. When they start to dry, there is a kind of film that is created, and if you remove the film, you kind of make a big stain that is very hard to get rid of, especially that's how it works. You have a lighter base coat and you put the transparent paint on top of it. And so if you have a stain on that, that's very hard to fix. So you're really better off. Here it's not enough on the brush, right? Very obvious, it's going to dry fast. So let's reload and really put quite the amount on it. It usually pulls a bit in the recesses, which is fine. If you're not doing some kind of a glow, whatever, like inner glow where it should glow from the recess, then it's exactly what you want. Very flowy paint. So here I'm really trying to find, you see that's how I see my finger here, how I can maintain control on the brush, because I don't want to spill over. Although this is a pretty weak paint, like I said, as a contrast, there is a mix of, well, let me show you the mix. I did this, and where is the other one? Here. Yes. So Piel de Hada, which is a fair skin, and Twilight Rose. This is a super duper weak paint, but it brings that fleshy tone that works very well here. Just like that, I think brings a lot. And yeah, so now this looks like, how to call that? I don't know how to call that, but you see, like going to snap like this with strong muscles. Very insect-like, like a mantis, or I don't know what. Maybe not muscle, but you know, worse than the muscle, like I don't know how they call that, tendons or something like this. Okay, and this is pretty quick, but it makes a big difference. So really, really great to do for this kind of paint job. And now it's a lot more differentiated, the different parts. For the rest, I think I should have some here, but I will let this dry. I don't want to touch the model too much now. I will do the second one. Here we go. So I think he has a lot less, yes, because his arms are not extended. So just a little bit here. In fact, it's a bit harder to reach. You see, if I don't take a hold on the model with this finger, for instance, I'm very shaky because I'm painting quite far from my face, but my arms are extended for the camera, you see. That's the struggle of painting live. So if you guys appreciate watching me paint, that is really cool. Said hi, Hannah Aurore. Hello and welcome. Yes, it's meant for, let's say, tabletop, but you know, tabletop means nothing. It could be 3 colors and you know, splashed on it and done. But what I want to do is still something pleasant to look at, and hopefully that's just that, you know, but pleasant, but not too long to paint. And so I've used the airbrush, dry brush. In fact, to minimize the paint work I'm doing right now, because this is the most time consuming. Yes, you can see well, good. But also, like the paintbrush work is the most time consuming, but if your model is fully airbrushed, it doesn't feel painterly, and in fact I think it's pleasant to have this brush stroke on the model. So here, yeah, I don't have quite enough paint, but that's okay, that will pull naturally. Here I will just touch up like this, but it started to dry, so it's dangerous. Yeah, I have these two. I think these guys, they have the most tendons, or I don't know how you call that, these little parts, which I would say are not muscles. It's more insect-like. I don't know if insects have muscles. That's a very interesting question. I've never thought about it before, but how do their little bodies work? Because these guys, they are aliens, but you see very insectoidal. I don't know how to, not sure how to say it. And so, yeah, they call it Tyranids, and so just like arachnids for sure. That's the name of the race, and I don't know if you are guys familiar with the 40k Warhammer 40k universe, but that's where they come from. It's a bit like Starship Trooper aliens. I cannot remember the aliens name from the bugs. No, I cannot remember. But it's called so famous and iconic. It's iconic, yes. Starship Trooper. Okay, I think that's good. And the last one, yeah, it's a bit longer because they have 4 arms. Oh, cool! This one is easy to get to. So you see, I'm just trying to be careful with the application, so I don't have to do any cleanups. And so I'm still in the same tone, but you see all the colors here, whether it's this purple, this one, or the highlight and shadows, it's all different. And so that's how you can keep the color scheme consistent, but also bring variety. Not too saturated, because I don't think this should steal the show. Not too light either in value. Not too much value, not too much contrast. And just like this, you will notice them, but the face is the most important. This red scything talons also. Okay, so I will let it dry. I will get to this guy. Let's see if we have any, but he's a lot bulkier and he has a lot less of this kind of fleshy parts. Yeah, I cannot really see any here. I'm not sure I want to engage in doing these, because this is still meant to be a speed paint, and I'm not sure. Maybe I will consider it later. And I've put a bit more effort into this guy, especially for the brains and cool highlights. He's bigger, he's definitely the main piece. Yeah, so he has a bit of fleshy parts here. I'm not sure I want to do it though. That's quite a bit of work. So yeah, the elbows here, he has 4, and yeah, behind here, maybe, you know what? Just this, ooh, yeah, this maybe. I may live to regret it, but I will do it. Oh, let me check what it gives when it's dry first. I will check my first screamer, killer screamer. This is dry. I think it's cool. The pinky stuff. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, here. So on a very light base coat, that's working well. So that's perfect, because that's exactly what I have. Okay, second. yeah, it's really quick. So I think it brings a bit of structure to the model, a bit more readability. And so that will look just so much better with very little additional effort, I believe. Squishy in between the harder parts. It's hard to get there. I will try, but I don't want to make a mess. Yeah, just touch up, you know, better. Oh my god, yeah, he has knees as well. All right, well, let's do it anyway. Squishy boy. Yeah, so these guys, if you don't know about the stories behind the universe, they are made, they're very much like, they work like ants, bees, arachnids and stuff. And so why do I say bees? Because they have a central mind that controls everything, the hive mind, and they create armies from everything that is biomass. And so that's why they feed all the time, because they want to produce more of these creatures. And so to ensure the flexibility on the battlefield, it has to have joints. It's very organic, and joints, they are squishier. Oh wow, yeah, this as well. I think, yeah, it's a good choice to do it, because you see, it brings, this miniature has quite some good amount of details, and it's a bit more work, but I think yeah, it brings this organic feel. That is the big theme in Tyranid army, so it's a shame to pass on that. And really, it's not too long, so that's fine. Oof, trying to be careful here. Yeah, if I have like a mishap and I go over the edge, I will just swipe my brush, clean up my brush, and clean up right away before it dries. But for now, I'm still good, which is perfect. And this is going to be very, very subtle because it's on a dark base coat, like this knee here. But I'm keeping also the, let's say, the base coat and the light and shadows. Hello, it's a Lee 78797 squared. This is not a birth date, is it? Okay, something like this. Yes, and because it's transparent and flows in the recesses and everything, I keep my edge highlighting and overall lighting, so that's really just tinting with a transparent coat to change the hue. It's pretty quick. Okay, that's cool. Let's see the arms now. Yeah, the legs have been done, so you see, yes, let's do the big arms and then the small arms. Let me check. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Okay. Holding my breath while painting, because this I really don't want to make a mess. but I have to go in the recesses as well, so it's quite a bit of focus required. Oh, if there is a tiny mistake, you know, it's all right, but I would rather, I think I've done a clean job. Yeah, you see here, this elbow, I don't know what to do with that. I think I would rather have it the original white, but it's a bit bizarre, isn't it? So have it like white after this fleshy part. Yeah, you know what? I will leave it white. Otherwise, fleshy here and there, I feel it could move, but I rather have it more solid. Let me check now. Fleshy, where are you? Maybe here? Where is it here? Oh yes, on top of here is definitely some fleshy stuff. Squishy areas. And then I let it flow naturally in the recesses, so I don't go too much on the edges to avoid staining what I should not paint. So whoa, ninja here, I don't know if you can see that on camera. All my focus is on the mole right now. Sorry. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this area behind the focus is not quite good, but I'm sorry here. Yeah, okay, it's done. This part here is tricky. Yeah, everything is clean. So of course, if I do a clean job, it's a bit longer to apply the paint, but I don't have any cleanup, so I believe sometimes slow is quick. Here I have a bit of fleshy bit. Yeah, I would really need a thinner brush now. Let me take the thin brush. This one, a lot thinner, you see. And so I can apply it exactly where I need it. Yeah, okay, it flows naturally in the recesses, which is perfect. Okay, I think I will keep that brush and do the other arms right away. Oh yeah, here the elbow. Oh yeah, the, how do you call that, the junction between the forearm and the hand here. Okay, whew. Something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you see, when you look at it, you see, oh, there is a bit of paint on it, and that's enough for the great illusion. Oh yeah, okay, this squishy under the arms. Oh my guys, how to get there? And hopefully I use gravity to, like this, you see, that's the trick, to make it fall in the recesses. I could not really get with the brush. Don't think I can do any more than that. That's all right. Now the small arm squishy, the armpit. Oh my god. Okay. Again, that's the tricky one. Okay, success. But I was ready to clean up if necessary. Yeah, cool. And now everything is squishy. Cool. Yes, this one here. And I will fall on the other arms later. Oops, you see I will need some cleanup here. I will do it right away. So I clean my brush You see here, I've stained. And so here cleaning up right away. And because it's very transparent paint, and also it dries slowly, it's still very wet and comes off super easily, which is perfect. Yeah, and so interestingly enough, this is just detail, but overall it gives a lot more definition. Maybe you don't really look at it, but the brain sees, oh, I can split the different parts, and so I think that's why it's really worth it. The extra minutes, I don't know how long. Oh yeah, 25 minutes, but this is live, so live painting is always a bit slower. Believe it or not, it consumes cognitive abilities to comment the painting and also try to keep everything on camera. So guys, if you appreciate the effort and you can give a like, would be very much appreciated. I'm a small channel, small creator, and in fact I hope to grow, but it's hard, truth be told. It's hard because there is not only the painting, but also the post-processing, publishing stuff and everything. So guys, if you feel like it, yeah, you can give a like. That will really help, hopefully. And here, try to get this. Yeah, like this, cool. Should get what is here, but you see it's very, very prone to doing mistakes. I will try. Now my paint is not really loaded with anything, so that's perfect. Yeah, cool. Here too then, because I've done this, the wrists, yeah, the wrists, that's why I was looking for the word that escaped me. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's pretty iconic to have these squishy parts in between the chitinous, I don't know how you say that. Forgot to breathe here. Wow, this tiny bit here. Okay, we load a bit more, tint it a bit stronger here and there. Okay, now I will. You see there is a tiny mistake, but it's pretty obvious here, so let's clean up. Or maybe it was done before. Yeah, okay, now never mind. Let me check. I think this arm here, yes, it's done, it's dry, it's cool. No more squishy on there. Here on the legs is good. You know, hopefully I don't forget anything, but it's not, if I don't see it while I'm full focus on the miniature, maybe a viewer that would just have a glance at it wouldn't either, so it's fine. But I'm pretty happy with that because, yeah, I was expecting much more mistakes and cleanups, but in fact, it hasn't been the case. Happy. Okay. That's a great also motivator to do the rest, because I was hesitating for the other miniatures to do it or not. But for this one, you know, it's the main one, and I think I have to. But now that I have done the hardest, and the rest in comparison will be easier. Okay, I have a cleanup to do underneath here. Where are you? Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Nothing major underneath here. Yeah, almost invisible because it's a dark base coat. Well, it's in the shadows. Okay, let's reinforce this here because indeed it's a bit dark. And that's it. And let me check now. Rotate the model 360. So, yeah, the squishy under the main arm, the armpit. Is it squishy there? Yes, it is. Okay. Like this area in the very shadows. So it's very dark, you know. I could skip it, but it's reasonably easy to reach, so I will do it. Okay, that's it. Okay, here we go. Now, yeah, 360 rotation. Just check the legs here, knees on both sides. Behind here, I don't know, the talons or the heels. I don't know who you call that. Okay, the arm here, small arm, big arm. Squishy everywhere under the arm, the armpits. Yeah, okay. The head, I don't think I have. I could do this part here, but I don't want to bother. This white here is fine enough. The tendrils here, I could do another color, but I don't really want to. So I will leave them as is. Yeah, the problem is this is supposed to be hard and this is supposed to be squishy, and so the same color is not the best, but that would be too long to redo this, so I will leave it as is. Yeah, okay. Now let's check the squishy. So I kind of patch paint them, and by that I mean that I'm doing all of them at once. So I have my paint that is ready to go, and so I do the same color on the 4 of them at the same time. And so it's oh yeah, there would be some squishy here. Nah, it changed the vibes. So now it's solid, and because these are very strong claws, I think they have to be maintained solid. If they become squishy, then maybe what is squishy is not as strong. So okay, something like this. Oh wow, this as well. So this is pretty hard to get to, but I think I will manage. Okay. Oh yeah, he has some squishy on the legs and the knees. Here. Very good. I'll do the other one straight away. Whoops, wrong part. I painted the wrong part. This should not be squishy. The squishy is underneath here. So you see how easy it was to remove? That's why I use this kind of paint, a contrast, pretty diluted, instead of a regular acrylic. So that would be regular acrylic, because these guys, they dry faster, and yeah, the consistency isn't the same. So this is perfect for what I'm doing now. Here is the squishy. So I'm going all around. So it's quite a time-consuming step, but that's the last one really on the models themselves. Then I will spend time on the base and the Space Marines that are being eaten on 2 of their bases. Well, this one here, I don't know if it will be eaten, but definitely he's having a bad time. Yeah, squishy. Squishy here, yes, could work. In fact, brings a good variety. Very welcome change of tone. And so, of course, if you are training for the Astra Militarum position as an infantryman, you would study the exoskeleton. I remember in the 3rd edition Tyranid Codex, you would have this codex, well, compendium at the end of all the Tyranid creatures. They were not as many as now, but they would have their strength, dangerosity level, and weak points, which was the areas to be targeted to take them down. And I found this, I still remember to this day. It was the first codex I ever saw. And they're also emblematic and iconic. I mean, the Tyranids that, of course, they deserve the love they get, really. Okay, I think that would be it for this site. Yeah, a bit of variety, but this guy is already very purple, so trying not to have too much. Oh yeah, I made a mistake somewhere. The squishy here is very thin. It's like a burger, a squish burger, not on the top of here, but because it's very light, I think it's easy to clean up. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. You see, tiny mistakes. So this part at the top should be hard. Let me check. I do have a bit of gray on the palette, so let me. You see, now I have the gray, and we just have the edge of this, like this, boom, and now it's hard again. Squishy has disappeared. Yes, good. Okay, let me check. Yeah, this arm here. A bit more saturation, so a second pass here as well, so it makes the difference even stronger. Yes, like this, very good. And at the back there, yeah, I think I have the same here. Yes, exactly. So yeah, the first side is experiment and finding what works, and then the second side is replicating the first side, so I have to be careful here, because of course you have freedom in the interpretation of what is squishy and what is not, and etc. hip hop like this. And the lighter the base coat, the more this color will pop. Okay, cool. Wow, and here it's totally black, so not much coverage, but it's all right. Yeah, now behind here, and that will be good. Oh yeah, the main arm as well, for sure. Yes, okay. And we have these two. As soon as you hit the area with this paint, it, just like magic, it turns it into a soft part, and so it makes it immovable. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, okay, the whole thing. Okay, let's make it squishy, although I believe this is not squishy at all, but just to keep the consistency with the other side, let's make it squishier. Oh, he has a lot of squishy underneath here. Yes, in the armpits. Clean up slightly, and I'll take a bigger brush because this, I don't believe this is necessary to get the thinnest brush. Okay, and then the other arms. Oof, this is a tricky one. Let me take the smaller brush again. Yeah, that's enough. It's very hard to get there. Okay, something like this. Just a dot is enough. Okay. Whew. Is it a decent amount of squishing? I think so. Like this, cool. Yeah, this guy really looks tough nut to crack. With such a bulky armor. Okay, good. Yeah, let's finish now. Okay. Trying to just leave it there and trying to make it flow naturally with gravity where I want it to go. Oh, it's working. Nice. Okay. Because that's a tricky one. Oof. Yeah, nice enough. And really, that's good enough for this guy. Very good. 2 out of 4. And I think these are the the ones that require the most work. Hope. So here I'm double checking, triple checking that everything has been done. I think it's all right. Cool. Now Screamer Killer. Let's check. Oh yeah, these guys. Yeah, okay. In fact, they have quite a lot. Oh wow, they have second here tendons or whatever you want to call them. They are absolute crabs. Oof. It's just about finding the right angle. Yeah, this, okay, it's already red, so that's already fleshy, but let's make it uniform. And this. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Something like this. And the rest. And so this requires a bit of patience, but I see the big picture. Every brush stroke, I get the 4 of them completed. So the 4, well, Tyranid monstrous creatures at the same time. So and it's not like painting 10 of them. If you're painting infantry, okay, something like this. It's pretty hard to get there, but also it's not very noticeable at all, so that's good enough. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go here. Let's do a bit of a cleanup. Just here. Okay. And let me check if the 4 arms have been done, then I will move to the next. No, I'll do everything here. Okay, let's do it. The legs as well. Oh, what is it? Okay. Something like this. Wow, the arms also, I don't know. Should I have them squishy like everything here? Not sure. Have to think about it. Definitely here. Yeah, I will start with that. Yeah, so that's here. I have no choice but to go for it, which also means staining the thing a bit. Okay, something quick like this, no one will... that's fine enough. Okay, good. Yeah, the fact that they have 4 arms each makes it a bit longer than I would like. How do I do that without staining the whole thing? Just like that. Okay. Very frank brushstroke has worked. Yeah, I won't have here the part squishy. It's fine. It's already a lot. Because yeah, this is a commission paint job. I don't want it to be too long. This is really ninja painting, trying to get into the cracks and stuff. Whew, breathing. 1 and 2, yeah, that will be 2 arms done. 2 left. Go for it. Yeah, a good brushstroke like this is also very good. It's quick and pretty clean, in fact, so let's do that. Yeah, it's working a lot better, a lot faster. Instead of trying to be very careful, just a frank brushstroke like this. Okay, let's do the other arm. Okay. Whoops, my mistake. Didn't go for the right squishy part. Oh, but here neither. Oh my gosh. Is here. The mistake is here. Oh my god. Yeah, now it's dry. I don't think I can. Let me think. What have I done? Well, everything's squishy now. Okay. You see, I was not very. You see here, between this part and this part, I painted the right one. Here, this and that the same. Painted the left one. Hey. Maximum flexibility on these guys. Okay, everything is squishy. It's okay, it's okay. Looking fine in this as well. Wow, it's a pretty big part here. Okay, 1 and 2 are done. Now let's look for the others. You know what? I think I could go all over this here as a squishy part inside here like that. Yep. Okay. Same here. Cool. Okay. So with the second coat, I get more vibrancy but less transparency. So I will leave the transparency because I already have the highlights, shadows and edge highlighting and stuff. So here's the same, everything in between. It's a good coat of it. Like this. Okay, cool. Oops. Yeah, if it's not dry and I touch it, then I will remove the paint very easily. So that's the thing to be careful about, because I would make a nasty stain. That's the nature of this contrast type paint. So now I'm using Express from Vallejo, which is pretty much the same. From what I have tried, it has a little bit less coverage, which means whether you need 2 passes if you want more opaque layer, but also it means you don't need to thin it as much if you want something thinner. And I like that you have this thin consistency right off the bottles, because the thinning sometimes, if you just looking for a thin consistency, it's a bit of work, but consistency is key to do what you want with the paint. So if I can work with it straight from the bottle, for me that's a plus. Yeah, it's a bit too much squish for my taste, but that's what will be done. It's not a huge problem. Anyways, checking, double checking, triple checking. I like it though because it makes these parts, the white parts, look tougher, rougher, more solid. So and I'm running out of the paint I have on my palette, and because this is a mix, I have to redo the mix. Now the risk when you use a mix is that maybe you don't recreate the exact same color. So hopefully I can finish what I have on this model, and if the last one is just, well, I think I will manage. But if you are mixing yourself and it happens, that's a common problem. Yeah, I just have this here. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I had the brush in my mouth, and that's why. Okay, so here we go, and then the last one here. Good. And then we have the second Screamer Killer, so exactly the same. Hopefully with the technique I can do it faster. Here we go. Just like a snake slaloming into the recesses like this. And that's a pretty heavy model because it is 3D printed. And so resin is a lot heavier than Games Workshop plastic. So that's a pretty heavy piece here because it's pretty big and heavy. Squishy. I think it's done. Oh no! Here and there. Cool. Almost done. Wow, it looks like a crab now. I think that's still a lot better. Whew. Okay, I think here could benefit from sharper finish just here and there. Yep, okay. And so these two, oh my gosh, yeah, the knees as well. You know what? I will redo the mix now and most likely end the live. I think we had a good run. And in fact, so the next thing I'm going to do is the same here. I'm going to do the arms, you see, as well. It's pretty much the same. And I think I will finish them today. I will post a picture of the finished results on the channel. Guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. And you can also check my long form videos where I have dioramas and full painting videos in my shorts, which are usually a highlight of these live sessions, guys. I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.